Okay, so a lot of people have been struggling with this Thaos fight, and I want to show you how simple it really is when you take full advantage of the game mechanics. So I have a priest, a barbarian built fairly tanky, a rogue, a paladin, a cipher, and a wizard. And the first thing you need to do right out of the gates is you need to get your tanks on these judges. They do a knockdown that if they're too close to your casters, they'll continuously knock them down even though they're targeting the tank. So we're going to move the casters a little bit away. Sometimes the headsman can cast Shining Beacon. However, he won't chase to do it. So what you need to do is just move your casters far enough away that he won't cast it, because that's a relatively short cast range. We're going to take our rogue and we're going to use our Widowlings, or Ebony Spider figurine, on him. Thaos will immediately target the Widowlings because they have incredibly low defenses, and he is programmed to target the person with the lowest defenses. So if my rogue is that person, I need to make someone weaker. Alright, so the Widowlings are up. They're surrounding Thaos, and I'm going to send my rogue to auto attack. I'm going to take my wizard. I'm going to use the Scroll of Valor to give my entire party 15 accuracy for 22 seconds. Now, normally you'd use a cipher, and you would tactical meld, giving yourself 20 extra accuracy that stacks, which is a pretty big deal in this game, on the rogue, and you keep attacking. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of focus. The fight needs to be over fairly quickly, so instead of playing it safe, I gotta risk it, and I gotta throw a Fractured Volition at his 148 will, and just hope it lands with a mere 97 accuracy. Now my priest roll is to use the 5th level spell Champion's Boon. This gives 10 perception, and I want it on my wizard. Okay, Fractured Volition didn't land. However, his will is 16 points lower than it should be. Bug, maybe? I don't know. So now that accuracy buff has gone out, her Fractured Volitions now has an accuracy of 106. Going to try again. Alright, so now my wizard's Arcane Dampener with 10 perception and the accuracy has put him up to 100 on Arcane Dampener. This is the most important spell to land against Thaos. It debuffs him quite a bit. Shields of the Faithful gives him more bonuses than your priest spell would. And you really need your rogue to just light him up. I'm going to use my priest to cast Devotions of the Faithful. That's going to give 4 might, accuracy to my party, and debuff him the same amount. If it does land, it's going to lower his fortitude even more, which is going to be good for my party. Unfortunately, there's a bug right now where right-clicking on a spell gets rid of your hotkey. Let me get that out. I'm going to use Delacracy, a potion of Delacious Accuracy. Gives 50 attack speed for 30 seconds. Very important. Okay, Arcane Dampener land. It was only a graze, but that's all I needed. Brought his deflection down to 71, which is much more in line with what my rogue can hit. My rogue is sitting at 117 accuracy. Kind of mid-max. As you can see, he's kind of a glass cannon. Okay. She didn't land again, but that's okay. We're going to drink a potion. Buff her speed up. Now the key to this entire fight, to making it incredibly easy, is to prevent Thaos from getting to Woedica's judge. That is the first thing he jumps to, and it really draws out the fight, and you cannot afford to have this fight drawn out. It needs to end quickly. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and attack his fortitude with the spell Gaze of the Dragon, which will petrify him, make him take incredibly large amounts of damage. That is 120 accuracy. That is not right. That is not right. Anyway, Thaos' fortitude has been debuffed down to 88. And I'm actually kind of wondering why that's stacked up. Devotion of the Faithful doesn't affect the accuracy of spells, but it just obviously did. So that's probably a bug. So that's supposed to be 20 less than it is, but we'll take what we can get. He's actually been debuffed by my Priest Devotions of the Faithful, bringing his Fortitude down to 88. That makes more sense. He's got some poisons on him. I'm not sure what those do. And he's flanked. So let's open up with a blind. We really want to do the damage now. Oh, he's petrified for 8 seconds. It was just a graze. That is a bad graze. Accuracy 120 versus 88. That's a terrible graze. Oh well. Anyways, this fight's not going to take more than 2 seconds. Since he's blinded and flanked, my rogue is not going to get death blows. Let's watch his damage roll in. Oh, we just hit him for 56. That wasn't even a death blow. Rogue just hit him for 114 plus 27. That's not actually added in, so 141. You can see the number there. And down goes Thaos. Now, doesn't look like the buff from Thaos reached his headspin, so we're going to target him first, and we're going to move the paladin around to the other side. We're going to have you attacking openly. He has no buffs. He's incredibly low deflection. I'm going to use my priest to target that deflection. And since he's got 59, my priest has 109. This should be pretty easy. Alright, so the first thing I do is I send my rogue over to hobble him. He's in the middle of that action right now. I want to get my first debuff on. We'll apply the second debuff with 126 accuracy. Yeah, that Devotions of the Faithful is not supposed to give 20 spellcasting accuracy. So I'm going to take advantage of that while it lasts. I could debuff him more with the wizard, but I don't think I need to. I'm just going to use Call to Slumber to put him to prone for a long time. Okay, so he's prone for 14 seconds. He's hobbled and he's flanked. So my rogue's death blows are being applied. Get a little crit spell out for everybody else. Oh, he's weakened as well now. So now he's down to 39 deflection. Let's see what this rogue hits for. 69. That's actually pretty low. There's a 109 from the rogue. Good job. He's got high will and he's still buffed, so I want to get rid of that with Arcane Dampener. She doesn't really have anything. I'm going to Eye Strike anyways, just because her accuracy is so high. I don't really need to debuff him, except for to get his deflection a little bit lower so my rogue does more damage. And I'm going to try and weaken with my priest. Alright, so the weakened land, his fortitude is down to 60, his will's down to 74. He's blinded, so his deflection is down to 47. Don't need much more. Gonna let you just go ham on him. Arcane Dampener landed, which got rid of his buff. So let's finish him off in true overkill fashion. Prone, 21 seconds. Dead. That was Thaos on Path of the Damned. Blah, 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 blah. And we gotta watch a little cutscene. So the most important thing to remember during this fight is that you need to get rid of the deflection buff that he has on himself that also buffs his fortitude. You need to attempt to debuff his fortitude as quickly as possible with Fractured Volitions or Devotions of the Faithful. And then you need to petrify or paralyze him before he jumps into a body. He will not do it if he's petrified or paralyzed. If you can get Thaos down, the judges, they cast a few spells. They're no big deal. Ignore them. Bring him down slowly. It's an easy win.